1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? This can happen really anytime. Actually, let me borrow you, Kara. We haven't done this with a partner yet, but it can happen on a free spin, for example, which we will do this season. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it may even happen when you're together with your partner. 1, 2. You might feel something in the music. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? You might feel something that calls for that, and your partner might be on board with you during that. All right, and you'll see this a lot if you're watching videos online and stuff. To make this happen, we want to make it staccato, which means making it sharp. When we go down, we don't have to go way down, and we don't want to bounce here. It's just down and then stop. There's no movement after that. And then immediately we want to push into our basic. Okay? It could happen on 8, it could happen on 4, right? And whether you're the lead or the follow, the feeling of that with the music will change as well. It can happen after a turn, or it can happen just in place here on 8, getting ready to dance. You'll see me do it all the time when we do our warm-ups, right? I'm like, okay, let's dance. 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, all the time we're doing that, right? Once you get a feeling for the music, you'll start doing that with your partner also. This even happened, I think I have a video up right now that even happened in salsa. Me and a partner, we were just playing around, shining. We saw each other, we both felt it at the same moment. We were looking at each other, and we went down before we did something. Right? So we start to feel this in the music. When we do it, let's bring our feet together, knees together. It's going to be cleaner. And then again, just a small movement and sharp is what we're looking for. For our partnering, we looked at our ribs today when we're in our central basic, our closed connected. So if we do this with our partner, we'll do a few perspectives here. All right. So the first one, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's do it from the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And we'll do one more angle. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so to make this work, we want to first twist the ribs. This is for the guys first. So we twist and then we shift. Twist, shift, twist, shift. So I want you to really separate those two movements in your mind. That's what's going to make it clean. If those start to get muddled, the order of things, I promise you when you do it all together, it's going to start to look awkward, all right? So even though it flows smoothly when we're dancing, we still want that order of operations, okay? First the twist, and then shifting the weight. For the ladies, it's the opposite. So you're going to twist, and then you're going to shift backwards. Twist, shift backwards, twist, shift backwards. But it's still first the twist, and then the shift to make clarity. It actually makes a figure 8 movement on your ribs as well when we do it this way. For our connection, for my guys, I always want your hands high up on the back. Okay, this is where the connection is, all right? Very hard to lead her from down here. You've got to be high up on the back. And instead of all the way on the back, where the only control I have is to bring her towards me, actually I'm going to be on the side more in the lats. So if I need to, I can compress inward on the lats. Yes, we're going to lead. Let me say this again. Yes, sometimes we do use our hands a little bit for leading, but realistically we should be able to do this only from our elbows. So the drill that we did today is to connect only on the elbows and do exactly the same thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. All right, that's where the connection is. Okay, so then she puts her hands on the shoulders, go ahead, but there's no connection there. I put my hands here, even though I don't need them, and it's going to be the same movement, but it comes from the elbows. So what this means also is that the guys need to lift their elbows to create that connection. Ladies' hands are on top. There's no connection here. With your elbows, find the outside of his elbow with yours, and that's going to create a nice connection. This is different from when we did the hips last week. So let's go back to the hips. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Nice. So the action of the hips is they're coming towards each other and peeling away, towards and away. But the ribs, they're always staying parallel. So now if we do the ribs again, you can see that we're parallel the entire time. So it's actually a completely different movement. So when we're leading, we can decide what we're going to lead, right? Maybe we'll want to play with the hips for a little bit, boom, so you're going to feel that. And then I'm going to transition into the ribs, 5, 6, 7, and we'll go back and forth, all right? And then from there, we'll do all sorts of other cool stuff too. Now, to get into this. Oh, we did a lot. There we go. So we have 1, 2, this is from last week, 4, 5, catch the back, 6, protect the face, 7, on the shoulder, plant, 8, her leg, your leg, her leg, your leg. Always staggered, always a little bit to the left of her so we don't plank knees. All right, we're here, we're ready to go, and then we do our thing. All right, so we did 2 sets of the hips, 2 sets of the ribs, and then our exit. We have 1, up, 2, away, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, nice, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so to make this happen, we have 1, and then we just come, so we're neutral here, we're not twisting anymore, on 2, and we lift. If you want, you can inhale, good, and come a little bit in towards each other, so I might bring my head beside her so we don't clank heads, all right? And so I'm compressing in before I go away, compress inward on the lats, and give a gentle push, 3, 4. So we're encouraging her to go back a little bit, but it's really our responsibility to make more of that space, all right? We connect here. If everybody keeps a little bend in the elbows, this is good, then we'll have more of a spring action here for our connection, smooth connection. And then we gently pull, 5, 6, finish our basic, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be a theme a lot where we do all this crazy stuff on the floor, and then we finish our basic, and we're back to 1, 2, 3, 4. So this feels very technical right now, but these are just foundations, and this is going to set you up for success in all the stuff that we're going to do. Yeah, good job, Hunter.